Good morning, Huntley High School. I'm Andrew Berkey, and you're watching this week's edition of Raider Nation News, e-learning style. Our RNN cast has decided to hop on the TikTok trend of washing your hands. Check out these Raiders and this informative TikTok.
Baby, come give me something, oh. Baby, come give me something, oh. Cause I can't stop loving.
As simple as this task may seem, it's always fun to spice it up with some fun. Though the future of many school events is up in the air, Student Council hasn't canceled theirs yet.
Student Council hosts a senior lock-in every year for all the seniors at Huntley High School. So as of right now, it will be April 3rd to 4th from 10 p.m. to 5 a.m. and it is $10 to attend. You also need to sign the permission slip that was sent out to your student email.
So Huntley High School Student Council will be hosting a talent show, and as of right now it will be on April 9th from 5 to 7 in the Central Gym. And if you would like to sign up to audition to be a part of the talent show, we will be having auditions tentatively after school on April 2nd from 2:30 to 4:30 in the cafeteria. So if you would like to be a part of the talent show, you could fill out a form that will be sent to everyone in their email.
As of right now, we have no news on graduation or prom, but we will let you know as soon as we get information on it. Unfortunately, due to the COVID-19 virus, many of our foreign exchange students have been sent home early. We'd like to thank you for being courageous and coming to the US and HHS. Safe travels home, everyone. There has been a lot of confusion surrounding COVID-19 virus and how the school will operate with everything going on. Our own Isabella Cancelation video chatted with Dr. Rowe to clear some things up.
As you all know, there's been some changes to District 158 due to the coronavirus. I FaceTimed Dr. Rowe and Principal Beelan to find out more.
At this point, all I know is we will return. We are scheduled to return to school on March 31st. That's the only thing that I know. The fact that the governor has come in and declared the state of emergency and issued a proclamation closing all of the schools, at this point, he is in control of when we return to school. So we are awaiting guidance from the state of Illinois and the Illinois State Board of Education in conjunction with one another before we'll make a decision moving forward. And they come at us honestly like every hour something changes. It's a very fluid situation. We're making every decision locally that we can and preparing for it, and then honestly, sometimes the state comes in with a different perspective that we have to follow that causes us to slightly change our stance. Like what the designation of, quote unquote, act of God, those are coming from the state level. An act of God day is something that basically means it is completely out of anyone's control. Therefore, we're not in school. It does not count as a student attendance day. And most importantly, it does not have to be made up. So from March 17th through March 30th, those days will not be added to the end of the school year. What lies beyond March 30th, we still don't know. So for Act of God days, that's when the state then took the next step and said that any grading cannot negatively affect a student's grade, but it can positively impact their grade. That's where I think a lot of the confusion came from. Is it a school day? Is it not a school day? And I think that really comes from the mindset of we're really prepared for this. Most school districts in the state of Illinois were not, because they didn't have the device and the technology, but they also haven't done the planning that comes with life after you have this type of technology. So a lot of schools are really scrambling as to how they can engage their students when they don't have the technology to do so. So for us, it really handcuffs us in terms of progress, because the students who don't have the access and ability to move forward, the state views it as an equity issue of it's not right for us to move forward, further extending the gap between the haves and the have-nots.
So if school ends up being canceled longer than just through the end of March, are we going to continue on with e-learning? What is that going to look like?
We've never done it. We've been talking about it. We were prepared, but you never know how it goes until you actually try. So I've been really impressed with what's come out of the gate. I can tell you right now, we are having conversations behind the scenes in our curriculum department, as well as at the teacher level and some of their PLCs, with what that looks like beyond March 30th. While I don't know what will happen beyond March 30th, we're going to be prepared if we have to live in an online world for the foreseeable future. Those are things that we're preparing for, even though we don't know exactly if that's going to be our reality. If it is, I think you'll see e-learning evolve into a little bit more distance or remote learning. You'll have a greater level of interaction with your teachers in terms of the device, whether it be in Google Hangouts or Zoom meetings or recorded lessons, kind of like our blended students at the high school are more comfortable with. Intention is that learning continues, and that we will continue to seek to engage our students in learning no matter the circumstance between now and the end of the school year.
What is the plans for some of the senior events, such as prom or graduation? Will those be totally canceled or try to be rescheduled?
Well, I can tell you, Mr. Beelan and his team at the high school they're working really, really hard to figure that out right now.
We have reached out to each of the venues, both the Hyatt Regency O'Hare as well as to NIU, and just said, hey, we know that this is upon us. We want to start looking for some alternative dates. We are working on those. They are well aware. We're like, hey, we still want to do this if it's possible. NIU has stated hey, anything after May 1st as of right now is still on. We haven't gotten that far down the road for them to start canceling stuff, but we know that we will be in direct contact with them should that stuff start coming closer to us in date.
The last thing we want is for this unfortunate situation to impact our seniors and some of those special moments.
Any other comments or anything you want to say to District 158 parents, students, and staff?
I think that the most important thing is thank you for being flexible and being understanding, and that we're dealing with a situation that is truly historic. Unprecedented is the word that everyone is using. I've never lived through anything like this. I can tell you my conversations with our senior most employees in the district, they've never lived through anything like this. We have to do our best to remain patient. It's not perfect, but we're doing the very best we can with what we have, and always keeping our students and our community in mind. It's bigger than District 158. This really is a national crisis and a worldwide emergency that we're trying to navigate. So I think patience and sense of community is what's important.
While people are looking for information, just be patient. We're trying to figure this thing out. As we go along, there's going to be more and more information to come in the future days and weeks. And we just ask everybody to kind of hold fast on that. It's if there's stuff that comes, I will continue. That's a big following we have, and I want to continue to share out the stuff that's happening so people kind of know in real time.
Please stay home. Take this seriously. We have the ability to have some control right now in terms of social distancing. This is bigger than us. This is bigger than you. This is our entire community and our entire state, nation. Take care of yourselves so that and your family so that this doesn't get bigger than it has to.
As Dr. Rowe and Principal Beelan said, thank you everyone for all of your hard work and patience during this tough time. This is Isabella Cancelation reporting from home.
Thank you, Dr. Rowe, and everyone else at District 158 for helping during this tough time. We will continue to keep you guys updated as we learn through new developments. Due to the COVID-19 virus, many activities and competitions have been canceled. We sat down with members of The Voice and the Travel Club and Amanda Brooks to see how they feel about these cancellations.
So every year since 2006, the IHSA has hosted a journalism tournament in different parts of the state. There's a sectional and there's a state finals. This is a chance to do something on the spot and get some feedback on the spot, and it's a lot of fun. But we got the news yesterday that it was canceled, and my students are disappointed. We already started the process of getting ready for the tournament, which means studying and looking at prompts and kind of practicing and kind of getting ready for it. And the fact that it's not going to happen, honestly, we have a team that could do very well this year. And it's disappointing because, we have that one time a year opportunity to really show off what my kids can do, is that when you run a sectional tournament, like I've run a couple of sectional tournaments, it is a major operation to do that. You have hundreds of students coming to your school, you have to get judges, you have to get prompts, you have to get food. For all of that to move to sometime in the summer, good luck getting all that together. I just don't think it's practical, and that's why I think it's indeed canceled. It's not postponed, because it's a major operation and you're not going to move that into June or July. It's just not going to happen. And again, that's disappointing, but it is what it is.
Overall, this kind of turn of events has just been disappointing. It's not really anybody's fault. It's just sad because a lot of us have been looking forward to this trip for a while. A lot of us are seniors who've always really wanted to go to New York City with all of our friends. So it was just, hearing the news was pretty difficult.
It was definitely disappointing being a senior because this was kind of my last year in this program, and it's been part of my life for about 3 out of the 4 years I've been a high school student, and I was really looking forward to working hard and possibly being able to place higher at state than I had in previous years. And yeah, it's just unfortunate that I don't get that opportunity anymore, but I think it's unfortunate for the whole student body because a lot of things are getting canceled that people worked hard for.
About New York, I went on the New York trip last year, and it was a really great experience on how to bond with, I think we had 6 people go last year, and this year we were primed to have about 20 people, so that would have been interesting, getting all of those kids around New York, but it had to happen. So.
Some parents were like upset with Andy because they were like, I want a refund, and he was like, well, I can't do that, so like here's like a travel voucher. And then it got me thinking, like, I'm not a senior, so it's really not a problem for me, but like for seniors, that kind of sucks because, like, if they're going to college early or if, like, they're going into the military, what are they going to do with that travel voucher through EF? They can't really do much. So that kind of sucks. But, like, I honestly think that it was the best thing to do to cancel it. But now they're pushing the trip back until, I think, early August. And I think I'm going on that, so...
We're sorry that you have to miss those fun events, but we're happy that everyone can stay healthy. The HHS Spring Musical Anything Goes has been canceled. We want to thank everyone in the cast for their hard work they put in, and we are sorry that you cannot share your talent for all of us. It is imperative that you continue to wash your hands, practice social distancing, and etc. to stop the spread of the virus. For example, many Italians have put out videos and links to say what they would have done 10 days ago if they knew how bad this virus could be. We link those in the description below. That's all for this week's edition of Raider Nation News. I thank you for tuning in on your week of e-learning, and I hope to see you all soon.